Gender matters. Even when your gender kind of defies most of the explanations you can find out there. You know, people hear terms like bigendered and non-binary. They normally think of right smack dab in the middle between male and female, you know, dead center, androgynous or asexual, or agendered, whatever. No. Actually, there's a range anywhere in through the gender spectrum, even if you want to call it a spectrum. You know, some of us just happen to be part female, but also mostly male, weighted heavily towards one gender or the other. We have to kind of find characters who we interpret as having our gender. You know, I mean, there are obvious, like bigender. I think I've seen one obvious bigender character on Gen V. You know, actually, they're kind of my hero on the show, Jordan Lee. But when your gender is okay, I'm mainly male, and no, I'm not same-sex attracted. I'm opposite sex oriented, but I definitely have this femininity about me that's because of the fact that, like I said, my gender, I'm a significant part female in my brain wiring. So I kind of looked for male characters I could interpret as being like me in that regard. There's the first one I really found I could relate to like that was Sulu, Star Trek. Yeah, I know. The Kelvin timeline Sulu is gay, which is said to have annoyed George Takei, who says he played Sulu as a straight character. It doesn't really bother me because the Kelvin timeline characters are not the original series characters on which they are based. They are reimagined entirely different characters. It's an entirely different world within the Star Trek franchise. Different bursts, you might say. I mean, Spock, Uhura, Hanky Panky. Yeah, come on. And their Dr. McCoy he's much more convincing as Billy Butcher than Dr. McCoy. So, and yes, original series Sulu was straight. Sometimes Takei's innate femininity as a gay man kind of manifested in his performance of Sulu. Much the way my inherent femininity is part female demi boy kind of manifested into my performance of being a little boy. So yeah, I gravitated towards Sulu as the character saw representation in him. No doubt that to me, he was straight. In fact, the scene in the man trap where involves a scary plant and a tray delivered to him at dinner time made me believe that Sulu and Janice Rand I thought were friends with benefits. That's just the way I interpreted the chemistry I saw, and that's yeah, okay. Really, it's just friends, but I interpreted friends with benefits into their chemistry in that scene. That oh well. Going on, Star Trek also gave a couple of ex- examples that I thought interpreted that way. Dr. Bashir of Deep Space Nine. Hey, that's just how I interpret the character. He and on Star Trek Voyager, Neelix, the cook they pick up on the other side of the galaxy. Yeah. So other characters I interpret as being say, Alan Harper of Two and a Half Men, probably the biggest loser of the bunch, but man, did he get laid a lot. Oh well, okay. Um, this is going to be controversial because something read into the character, the character of Curly. You know, not Curly Howard himself. I mean, who knows him? But the character he always played of himself in all the Three Stooges shorts, Curly. Yeah, if he wasn't demi-gendered like that, he was either gay or queer-coded in a subtle way, and playing it for comedy. But that character is sort of the physically toughest comedy icon I can think of. Okay, yeah. Let me look at some of my notes. Oh yeah, Rajesh Koothrappali of Big Bang Theory. I mean, no brainer there if you think about the way he played the characters. Might be had Kunal Nair imagined him when they played him. Who knows? May or may not. I wouldn't know. Uh, let's see. Yeah. Firefly, Simon Tam. Oh, that's the way I interpreted the character. Uh, okay, the ones I prepared with the notes just brings us down to the Barbie movie. There were two Demi male characters there, one man and one doll. Well, the man was Aaron Dinkins, Mattel's cube farm worker who took the message up to the stairs. And Alan. Yeah, just my interpretation of the characters. But when your gender is as uncommon as mine, you find characters you can interpret as representing